Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where the tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Red Raiders will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's second and long. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. Lowers those pads. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Motion from the wideout. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players...
It's a run on the play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Reads it, fires complete. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Navy put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the midshipmen in some time. Anchors away indeed. For the boys from Annapolis. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's got him. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. To the air on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Pulls and fires complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the option. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Fitted in the window for the score.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. One final play before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks the tackle. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Darnold. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
It'll be third and long. They want to run this quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by 11 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency.
There he goes! They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Lost to fire on second down. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Red Raiders will have it first and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's the pressure. The ball is out behind the line. And they fumbled the thing out of bounds, but they maintain possession, but it'll be right at the previous line of scrimmage.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's McMillan. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got his man. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's McMillan. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
And the Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Gets the back moving. They'll go to the air. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Big guy smells it.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And this defense, just a little bit of a letdown right before the half. Been controlling this football game, been dominating this football game, giving up points, got to go into half, get it buckled back down, get that intensity cranked back up.
And they tacked on the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Memphis. And the punishment has been extended.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Army pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Black Knights did. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Snap from the gun on third down. Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden...
Oh, he's not punting, he's going to throw. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time, and even better this time around.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. To the air on first down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you could tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Gets it out fast. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. That last fake didn't work. They might stick with punting it this time. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Got a little space. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures.
Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. "90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Going right to work up top. Might be looking to run. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line. We've reached a break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Spins away from the defender. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
And the Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's McMillan. Still running at the 40. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to swing it on second down. They're setting up the screen. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Trying to find the end zone. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The Red Raiders started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Here we go, sack.
Wants to go up top on first down. Buying some time. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Let's go.
They go to the ground. Turning it on. Fighting off the defender. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.